What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. Welcome to my channel, Just Tree 411. And I have a fun video for you today. This is based off the TikTok trend called Before and After a Toxic Relationship trend. And I looked at it in a different way than other women looked at it. And I want to share that way with you. Because a lot of women are like, oh, look at these men. They're making us ugly. They're making us fat and unwanted and balding and old looking. And I'm like, girl. Like, if you stay in that relationship, that's all on you. That's my take. Like, a lot of women are like, if you let these men do this and girl, you're going to always walk away. Okay. Yes, these type of men that you choose will drag you down, but I am not going to make this about the blame men. Y'all know me. When there's time to blame men, y'all know I will blame them. But this is on you when you are with a toxic man and you allow him to age you, you allow him to make you fat, you allow him to make you look tired, make you look ugly. Like, that's on you. Okay, and I'm going to share more of how I feel about this towards the end. So let's go ahead and look at the before and after because it's pretty shocking. So we start off with this young lady and wow. Woo! Now, I want you all to know that every after picture is makeupless. They don't have any makeup on, okay? Now, they'll show a picture where they look beautiful before they got into a relationship and then after they got out of the relationship and they look really bad. And she does look really bad. Look like she gained weight. She got puffiness underneath her eyes. Look a little tired. Like, she looked like a completely different person. And like I said, like, a lot of this is based upon she has makeup on here. Let's be honest. Okay, but she did lose the weight. And every last one of the women that I show in this presentation have lost weight. They gained weight during the relationship, and I totally get it. The time I gained weight, that was all on me. I'm not going to blame it on my husband. My husband is a good man. I did that. You know what I'm saying? Remember, I tried to get my husband to sign a prenup that will hold me financially accountable and liable if I gain a certain amount of weight. And he was like, no, that's your problem, not mine. You can't put that in there. And so my lawyer had to take it out. And so as you can see, like, she looks so much different, like, versus this picture. Wow. And then this picture, like, totally two different people. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at the other young lady. We have this young lady right here. And she looks tired in these pictures. She's holding a child here. I got it cropped out, of course. And right here, okay, saggy skin. She looks real tired. She got creases in her face. Like, and of course, this is without makeup on. However, she does look like she's aging. Okay, here she looks like she's gaining weight. Oh yeah, she is gaining weight. So she's gaining weight here. And she's showing how oh wow, okay. So she was showing how she was slowly gaining weight. Because this looked like 50 more pounds more than the picture before that. So, wow, big trend. Oh, I guess this was the final form of her gaining weight. So let me tell you something. When you ladies gain weight and you lose it, congratulations. It is hard. I am proud of you. I know how it is. However, you got to be accountable for the fact that, listen, I know you're stressed and some of you all are stress eating. Instead of gaining weight, get rid of the person that's causing you to stress. That's going to cause you to stress eat. Okay. It's not worth it because she's breaking out right here. Yeah. Totally different person. Okay. This young lady right here. Nice looking. All right. And whoa! Oh my gosh. My God. Holy smokes, a totally different person. Okay, again, overweight. She lost the weight. Again, congratulations. She lost a lot of weight. You look like you're developing jowls right here. You know, you gained so much weight. Your face is very puffy, losing a bit of your edges. Hence the wig probably earlier, but this is night and day too. Amazing. Okay, we have this young lady here with her little roses. She's looking really cute, gorgeous. And yeah, again, no makeup on, overweight, She looked a little slightly tired, but more overweight than anything. And so we have this young lady here in the red, beautiful dress, as a matter of fact, looks gorgeous there. So let's see what she looks like in the after. Wow, okay. My God, so she's in the car crying. She looked like she definitely gained. She looked like she about 50 pounds overweight here. And it's a TikTok video that says, I have $51. So was she in a relationship with a Dusty? So I'm telling you, so she probably was like stressed out and going broke. That's a bad combination, I swear. Couldn't be me. Okay, we have this sexy Latina here. I think she's Latina. She's either black or Latina. I can't tell, but she looks gorgeous. Makeup flawless, looking real good. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, no, she's black. I'm sorry. She's black. She's black. This looked like that dress or in a meme, or maybe it's not a dress. It could be a top here. So she gained lots of weight while she was in a relationship. Wow, she looks so old here. Let me tell you something. When you're in a relationship with a man and you allow him to drag you down, when you allow him to steal your energy, to berate you, to humiliate you, to devalue you, you start to not only look old, but you start walking old. You start standing old. Like she slouched over because, I mean, she's beaten down emotionally, mentally. I don't think physically, because there were some women who showed that they were physically tortured. I wasn't going to show those. That's not allowed on YouTube. But when you feel beaten down, you walk like it, you sit like it, and you talk like it. And that's the reason why she's standing like that. She's standing like an old woman. And it looks like this young lady's in her late 20s or early 30s. Okay, we have another lady right here. Okay, looking good. Oh, wow. Yeah, so you see the common theme here is the weight gain. That seems to be the common theme. And a lot of women, trust me, I know, eat because they're stressed, eat because they're unhappy, they eat because they feel unfulfilled in a relationship, and this is what will happen. But you have to understand, ladies, you have the power to leave the relationship. Nobody's going to make you stay in a bad relationship looking like this. I came across one chick who was expressing the same thing I was feeling, and this is her. This is her right here. Like, come on now. Let me read what she said. She says, ladies, stop allowing these losers in these relationships to turn you into your less than better self. And you see that expression on her face? Same here. Like, come on now. You're allowing this to happen to yourself. Ladies, I gotta hold you accountable. You gave him permission to do that. You gave him permission. Now, if you disagree with me, we can have a civilized discussion in the comments. Now, I have one more video I want to show you about this, and then I'm going to talk about healthy relationships and what happens when you leave a toxic relationship versus entering a happy one and not sabotaging that healthy relationship because you feel it's too good to be true and you're so used to being in toxic relationships that you're like, there's something wrong. I need to do something. I need to cause some drama. But here's one more before and after. And this is just a regular video clip instead of pictures. And I'm going to let you see her right now.
Being in a toxic relationship can completely change the way that your face looks. I was going through pictures last night from like 2 years ago when I was dating someone really, really toxic and was just in a very, very unhealthy relationship situation. And I swear my cortisol levels must have been like through the roof because I look like a completely different person. Like, excuse me, whose face is that? My face shape is completely different. Like, this area, I don't understand. Also, I was the same weight that I am now. Like, I wasn't heavier. My face just had all this puff and like jowl, like inflammation. It's so bizarre. Like, whose round face is that? Like, it is so weird. Like, everything was just so puffy and inflamed from stress that I was under. I don't know. Also, like, look at how like drained of life I look. My eyes are like so sunken in and like weird and tired and just gray. Like, I look horrible. Like, this when I was in a bad relationship to this now, which is like my normal face, is so insane. Like, this to this. What the f-? It's also crazy that I didn't recognize how different I looked from this time until I looked at photos of how much my face had changed, and then I looked at that like one main photo that's so different, and I was like, what is actually going on? Even aside from my cortisol face during this time, there were so many things that were just bad in my life. I was exhausted all the time and fatigued. I felt like my body was literally like rejecting this person and telling me to get the out. I was breaking out all the time. My pores were so clogged. My skin was congested. It was just like all bad. And I think sometimes your body really tells you that something is bad for you before your brain has even recognized it. But anyway, I just thought it was absolutely insane when I found those pictures. I was like, who is that girl? She is miserable. So if you're in a bad relationship and your face doesn't feel like your own, it could be because your body is literally rejecting your partner. So, cheers.
I don't know why y'all be scared to leave these men. Y'all be sitting around in these situations crying. And I'm not saying that you don't give a man a couple of chances or a chance or whatever, because, you know, we all do it. But after a while, sis, you need to leave that man. Y'all be scared. I ain't never been scared to leave a man. I ain't never been scared to leave no man, because I'm always put me first. Because a man gonna leave you, trust me, a man gonna leave you every time. And then y'all be mad like, I stuck it out with him all of these years. I did this, I invested in him, I gave him all these years of my life. I sacrificed them from him. Baby, y'all better start stepping up and leaving these men. After y'all realize he ain't gonna change and that's who he is. Y'all be waiting for these men to change and they not gonna change. Once they show you who they are, that's who they are. And you either gonna love them for that or take everything that come with them and eventually get left for what he really wants. Y'all have to love yourself first and know, like, I got to leave this man alone. I got to get up out of here because he ain't doing what I need him to do, and somebody else will. Y'all got to know when to go. Know when it's time to leave.
Yeah, just leave. Just leave. You guys know I say this all the time. That's the reason why I had to include that video of her saying that, because I'm like, I feel the same way. Like, dude, nobody's making you stay with these men. Like, leave. Now, here's something else I want to suggest to those of you who do find the courage to leave your toxic relationship. Heal. Take the time to know you. Take the time to decompress. Enjoy your alone time. Rebuild. And then figure out what you did wrong and learn from those lessons. Maybe you saw some red flags and you let that go. Maybe you thought you can be a good influence on him. Or maybe you thought, like a million other women out there, that you can change him. You can't. You cannot change anyone. They have to change themselves. It is not your responsibility anyway. But when you do that and you get into a healthy relationship because you're attracting who you are, don't sabotage it. And I know you're gonna be gun shy. You may have PTSD from your last relationship and you're just waiting for a trick. You're waiting for the gaslighting. No, just enjoy a good relationship, and you earned it. Here's a video that will touch a little on what I'm talking about.
One of the hardest and most unexpected parts of being in a healthy relationship after a toxic one is learning to stop waiting for the other shoe to drop. Because when all you've ever had is love bombing and lies and manipulation, it is so hard to understand and accept that someone would genuinely want to do nice things for you out of the kindness of their heart. When they do nice things for you, it's almost like you're afraid to let yourself enjoy it. You don't want to let yourself love it or get used to it because all you've ever known is that it stops after a couple weeks. Or all there's ever been is ulterior motives. They did something nice because they were trying to hide something and cover up their guilty conscience. They did something nice with the expectation of something nice done for them in return. They do something nice and then wait for the moment to hold it over your head later. And if you're trying to love someone who's been through something like this, the biggest piece of advice that I can give you is to stay consistent. Don't start off strong with an energy and effort that you don't plan to maintain, because they're gonna notice when it shifts. And please don't let their questioning or hesitation make you stop, because that's the worst thing you can do. Stay steady, stay consistent, and one day they will accept that the other shoe isn't gonna drop.
And there you have it, Taters. So what do you think? Can you relate to this? Have you been in a toxic relationship and look completely different? Or did you get worse after the relationship? Because there was some video clips of women who looked busted after they got out of a relationship, and they look really snatched and good and put together during their relationship. And I was like, okay, I don't know what that's about, so I'm not even going to touch on that. But anyway, let me know what you think by leaving a message below. I really, really, really want you all to share with me on your experience. Like, let's talk about this in the comments section. I'm very interested. Also, don't forget to join my Patreon. As you all know, we're going through the how to be immune to a pimp. We're going through the Andrew Tate PhD classes. You all know I have videos from his PhD classes where he's teaching men how to be pimps, how to manipulate women, how to control women, how to coerce them. And I'm just showing you the game that he teaches men so that you too can learn the game and be immune to it. There's some very helpful information on my Patreon. So if you're interested in joining that, there's also stuff for free content. So it's not always paid membership stuff. We also have some content for the free members of my Patreon. It's just a nice community. If you're interested, the link is available in the description box below, as well as my pinned comment. So with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next video. Later, taters.